Welcome back to the channel from a very cold, very snowy Germany. You probably have seen in the news that Germany's supposed to have a blizzard. For those of you who believe that all news in America is fake news, I can tell you, yeah, we're really having a blizzard. It's for real. This is as much snow as I've seen in Germany since I've been here. And yeah, so here I am on the roof, and I happen to have one of my managers standing behind the camera taking this video for me. So shout out to Rakib. Thank you. So I get a lot of questions, legal questions about Germany, and this one is about polygraphs. You know that in the United States, polygraphs are very widely used for such things as criminal background checks, for job interviews, for security clearances with the government, and of course, for the treatment of certain prisoners. So someone recently asked me what the law is here in Germany, and I took some time to find out, and I'm going to tell you, I think the law on polygraphs is really, really interesting here in Germany. The short answer is, can't be done. Germany does not allow polygraphs in any form for any reason. Now, the reasoning for that, I think, is really fascinating, so I'm going to take a quick moment and explain that to you. In the United States, we have the Fifth Amendment, and the Fifth Amendment, of course, guarantees you the right not to be forced or compelled to testify against yourself. Well, we don't have a constitution in Germany. We have what's called the Grundgesetz, the basic law. And under the Grundgesetz is the criminal law. Under the criminal law, section 136A, and I'll put a reference at the bottom of the screen for you, there is the right not to be compelled to testify against yourself. Now, unlike the Fifth Amendment, section 136A under German law says that you cannot even consent to testifying against yourself. In other words, you cannot consent to write statements against yourself, just as an example. Now, specific to polygraphs, the predominant or the controlling case in Germany is from 1954. And in that case, the German High Court, the federal court, said that polygraphs are not going to be admissible either for good or for bad under any circumstance in any court. And the reasoning was this: no German, or when I say German, a person living in Germany, a legal resident or citizen, cannot be forced to testify against themselves. Well, if you hook somebody up to a polygraph and you ask them a question that they ultimately don't want to answer, while they might not choose to give a verbal answer, the fact is that that person's blood pressure and their sweat glands are going to do the testifying for them. So the people that are giving the examination are going to know that this person is lying. So even though the person who's hooked up to the machine doesn't want to answer and is exercising their right not to answer, their body is still telling on them. You're still, and that's involuntary, so you're still telling against yourself. So for that reason, Germany has said no. Now, there have been some exceptions in the last 10, 15 years. Two courts that handle family matters allowed polygraphs to be, the results of polygraphs to be introduced into the court proceedings, but only because those polygraphs showed or tended to prove that the person was innocent. So in that regard, the polygraphs weren't being used to make these people testify against themselves. It was testifying in their best interest. Well, after these two exceptions were issued, a third court came along and said, no. We should stand on the law that says polygraphs should not be admissible for any reason. So then came a fifth case, and the fifth case said, well, we're going to allow polygraphs so long as it exonerates the person. As long as the evidence is exculpatory and not incriminatory, then they're going to allow it. So the trend in German law seems to be in the last few years to allow polygraphs only insofar as they make that person look innocent. If it makes the person look bad, inadmissible. No exceptions, inadmissible. For the last more than a year, we've been using the protonmail.com website to receive emails from y'all. And it turns out that there has been some very questionable message threading within that website. It does not stick with the message that we're sending, and so I have shut it down. It is deleted. So if you try to send emails to that address, you're not going to get it. If you wish to contact us, then please do so through the website. It's so cold that my tongue is starting to go numb. We'll continue to take your emails and answer them directly at the website, the official website. I hope that information is helpful to you. I hope you found it as interesting as I found it, because I really did think it was interesting. So if you have any questions further about this, if I can answer them, I will. Go ahead and put them in the comments below. And until next time, from a very snowy, very cold winter day in Germany, I'm going to get my ass off this roof really quick. So until next time, cheers.